Hey guys, welcome back to Tap Sac. I'm Ted, and today we want to show you the new play boosters that are going to come with the Murders at Karlov Manor expansion set. So Murders at Karlov Manor is going to be released this weekend. It's the first set of 2024, or at least the first new set, and it's going to be taking place on Ravnica. So what happens in Murders at Karlov Manor? Tap Sac Karlov is dead, so they have to solve the mystery of who was dirty enough to kill Tap Sac Karlov. But I guess from a collector standpoint, it's also the first set that play boosters will be released. So play boosters are a new thing. It basically combines the old draft boosters and set boosters. You get the best of both worlds combined into one. So they're perfect for limited play, and they're fun to open because you can still get the best things from set boosters, including art cards, showcase cards, and more rares and mythics. And you even get a standard foil in every pack. So really, you're getting the best of both worlds. You can use these packs for drafting, or you can just buy them to get more rares for your collection. They're going to cost a bit more, I think, than set boosters. But we're going to take this opportunity to show you what's in a play booster pack. So without further ado, let's open up the box. Okay, so this is the new play booster. First time I'm actually holding it myself. And it says the best of draft and set boosters. Otherwise, it looks pretty much exactly like a normal booster pack. But if you're curious as to what is inside a play booster, basically you're going to get common cards in slots 1 to 6. Then you're going to get one card from the list, or a common card on slot 7. And then 8 to 10 are uncommons, so at least 3 uncommons. And then your standard rare or mythic rare is on slot 11. Basic land on slot 12. Non-foil wildcard on slot 13. Not sure what is that. Might be something maybe from the commander set, or yeah, we'll see. We'll check it out. So slot 14 is the foil wildcard. And lastly, the last 15 is the add or token. So you can see similarities with draft boosters as well as set boosters. Firstly, you're definitely going to get more commons. You're going to have some commons so that you can draft them. You can't have all uncommons. But you're still going to get 3 uncommons, and you're going to get rare and mythic cards, maybe even get more from the foils. So who knows? Let's take a look. Alright, so our very first play booster pack opening. Okay, we have a land card here. So this is the token card, and then we have the land, which I think we're going to get a rare first then. We got an uncommon, so this is a list card. So you still can get list cards in play boosters. It's uncommon consign to oblivion. That's a fuse card, I think, from Amonkhet. Common foil, Benthic Criminologist. A rare, Unyielding Gatekeeper. So it's 3/2 for 2 mana. It's a creature with disguise. It's one of the new mechanics. So when its turn face up, exile another target non-land permanent. If you controlled it, return it to the battlefield tapped. Otherwise, its controller creates a 2/2 creature token. So it's basically a removal spell, or you can save your creature as well. Pretty good for 2 mana. So this is the first of 3 uncommons. Hard-hitting question, Clandestine Meddler, and a split card, which are coming back. We have a 4th uncommon. This could be the wild card, I think. Call a Surprise Witness. And then now we have our 6 common cards. Alright, we have 1 Felonious Rage, Out Cold, Seasoned Consultant, Snarling Gorehound, and Granite Witness. So yeah, 6 cards that you can use for drafting. Yeah, they're necessary for draft because you cannot be always getting uncommons. Alright, so this is pretty much a breakdown of the play boosters. In this set, in this pack, we only got 1 rare, but you're gonna get a basic land, add card or art card. We got a list card here. Good example. We have a foil. There's one in every pack. And then we got 3 uncommons. And then we have, well, we got 4 uncommons. One is a wild card. And then we have 6 common cards, which are found in every pack. Alright. Okay, so let's go on to next pack then. We got a token card, Imp. So this will fall under the add category. Foil land. Foil common. Oh, rare. This is a showcase card. So showcase cards are different frames. Every set has its own unique design, and in this case, it's a magnifying glass. So you can see one big one, one small one. Anzurak's Rampage. Destroy all artifacts you don't control and exile top X cards of your library. You may put a creature card exiled this way onto the battlefield. Against haste, return it to the hand at the beginning of your next end step. Not bad. Are we going to get more rares? Oh, we got a mythic. Alright, so this is pretty much an example of how a play booster can give you more rares, or rares or mythic rares. And so we don't know what this is. Our first mythic for Markov. Urgent Necropsy. Instant. 4 mana. Additional cost, collect evidence X. So collect evidence is to remove cards from your graveyard with total mana value X. Destroy up to 1 target artifact, up to 1 target creature, 1 target enchantment, and 1 target planeswalkers. So X has to match the total mana value of your targets. And then this is our uncommon. And then our common cards. Demand Answers, Slice from the Shadows. That's another showcase card. Fairy Snoop, Hazara, Vigilante. Alright, on to pack 3. And now we have an art card. Alright, I shouldn't have done that. That was rough. Nif Mizzet art card. Foil basic land. Uncommon foil. Rare is Krenko's Buzzcracker. So 4/4 flying, trample for 4 mana. Okay, decent. When it enters the battlefield, for each player, destroy up to 1 non-basic land. For each land destroyed this way, its controller may search the library for a basic land, put into play. Okay, not bad. Uncommon. Haunch, Reckless Detective, Case File Auditor, and then we have this non-foil wildcard, I guess. Common card. So we have 6 common cards. Bubble Smuggler, Nervous Gardener, Offender at Large, 5/4 with Disguise, Unauthorized Exit, return target non-permanent to its owner's hands, Veil, destroy target artifact, creature power 4 greater. That's not bad. Agent and Rakish Scoundrel. I don't really want to be too rough with these cards because I don't want to damage them. Art card. Basic land. Oh, foil uncommon with showcase, convenient target. Aura, enchanted creature. When it enters a suspect enchanted creature, it gets +1/+1, and you can return this from the graveyard to your hand. Rare. Case of the Locked Hothouse. So this is one of the new card types in Murders at Karlov Manor. You get a case enchantment. Basically get 1 ability and when it comes into play, and then you have a passive ability, and then you can solve for another bonus. So in this case, you control 7 or more lands, you solve it, and once it's solved, you may look at the top card of the library at any time, and may play lands and cast creature and enchantment spells from the top of your library. Wow, this is pretty good actually. And then we have Uncommon, Exit Specialist, Crime Novelist, not on my watch. A nice creature removal for 2 mana. Persuasive Interrogators, the wild card, and then we have the 6 commons. They went this way. Goblin Mask Maker, Dramatic Accusation, nice showcase card. Rubble Maverick, Inside Source, Repeat Offender, and Gadget Technician. The last card always seems to be a multicolored card. Ooze token, nice. 0/0 trample, basic land, foil uncommon, torch the witness. This is a burn spell. If a rare, Cryptex. So I think this is like a mana rock. Collect evidence tree, add 1 mana of any color, and you can sacrifice a surveil tree. Draw 3 cards, only if you have enough counters on it. Uncommon card. Sanctuary Wall, Burden of Proof, Aura. Get a leg up. Instant gets +1/+1 for each creature you control and gains reach. Insidious Roots, Enchantment. Add 1 mana of any color for tokens, creature tokens. Whenever 1 or more creature cards leave your graveyard, create a 0/1 green plant creature token and put a +1/+1 counter on each plant you control. And then our commons. Galvanize. Topari Panther, Dog Walker. On the job, creatures you control get +1/+1 and until end of turn, investigate. And Rot Farm Stampede. We got an Imp. Ooh, full art basic land. Our first one is the Plains. Looks like all of the lands will have this nice sky view of a very dense city, which is Ravnica. Foil common. And our rare is 10 District Hero. 2 mana, 2/3 creature. Got 2 abilities. Either you can pay 2, collect evidence 2, becomes a 4/4 with vigilance. Or you can pay 3, collect evidence 4, and becomes a 5/5 with other creatures you control have indestructible. And you can only do the second ability if you've done the first ability. Alright, uncommon, another case. Branch of Vitu-Ghazi. It's a land with this guy's tree. And you can, once you turn face up, you can add 2 mana of any one color. Another case. Unauthorized exit. It's a bounce spell. Rebelled Braggart, Bite Down a Crime, Public Thoroughfare, Gadget again. Snarling Gorehound is a nice 1 mana, 1/1 menace creature. And a non-basic land. Oh, look at this. This is a special card with pull out tabs. So you have Suspected, Case Solved, Stun, +1/+1, and Unlock. So quite useful, or very useful for this set especially. We're going to keep it aside. We got a land. Full Art Forest. Foil common. And our rare is Connecting the Dots. Enchantment for 2 mana. Whenever a creature you control attacks, exile the top card of your library face down. That's very good for it. And you can pay 2, discard your hand, sacrifice this, and put all cards that are exiled into their owner's hands. Very nice. Uncommon. Ooh, 2 mana, 3/2 reach. When it enters the battlefield, destroy target token an opponent controls. Wow. Not bad. You can destroy a treasure token or a copied creature token. Fate Flight. And then we have our 6 commons. Jaded Analyst, Shock is back. Toxin Analysis. Gains Death Touch and Lifelinks, Technician, and Tracker. So you're definitely going to get these play boosters in the pre-release packs, if I'm not wrong, and that would make, you know, probably the power level go up because you're going to get, people are going to get more rares than usual. Well, common. Rare is Aurelia, the Lore Above. So Aurelia is back. She's the angel from Boros. 4/4 Flying Vigilance Haste for 5 mana. Whenever a player attacks with 3 or more creatures, draw a card. Whenever a player attacks with 5 or more creatures, Aurelia deals 3 damage to each of your opponents and you gain 3 life. Definitely, I think some people are going to play this on Commander. Common, Case, Presumed Dead, Chop Outline, and then 4th uncommon, Suspicious donation. Bragard, Alibi, Hotshot Investigators, Phantom, Slice of Shadows, Sanguine Savior. There's a lot of packs to open, guys, so I kind of need to pick up the pace. Just not very good at opening packs. Foil Plains, finally. Foil Common. Mythic Rare, second one. Oh, what can we have here? It's a creature. It's a 3/4 creature. Looks like it's blue-green. Vanifar, Evolve Enigma. At the beginning of combat of your turn, cloak a card from your hand, or put a +1/+1 counter on each colorless creature you control. So all face-down cards are colorless. So if once if you cloak anything and you do the +1/+1 counter, that your face-down creature is gonna get it, and when it turns face up, they will still have the counter on it. So yeah, it's gonna be I think it's gonna be a pretty good commander card. Oh, second rare from the pack. Audience with Trostani. Sorcery, create a 0 green creature token, then draw cards equal the number of differently named creature tokens you control. That's very specific, but not complaining with the second rare. And then we got our uncommons. Deadly Complication, this looks good. Destroy a target creature or put a +1/+1 counter on target suspected creature you control. You may no longer have it suspected. I need to find a new way to open these packs. We got a full art land. Keep them coming. Foil Common. And rare is an Onslaugh's Rampage. Okay, this is the same as the one we got. We got a showcase card earlier. And then we have our uncommon. It's a 1/1 cat. Furtive Courier. Can't be blocked if you sacrifice an artifact. When it attacks, draw a card and discard a card. Case of the Burning Mask. 3 mana. When it enters, deal 3 damage to target creature and opponent controls. Okay, good removal. And then to solve, 3 or more sources you control dealt damage this turn. And that's going to be harder to do, I think. And then sacrifice this. You can exile top 3 cards of your library. Choose one of them and you play the card this turn. Oh, this is not that great, honestly. No More Lies, counter spell, and then commons. So far, I'm really liking the play boosters because you're going to get foil cards and you're going to get common cards, which are very important for draft. And then you can get more than 1 rare. So, yeah. Mountain. Foil common. We haven't gotten anything better than foil uncommon. Rare. Rare case. Case of the Ransack Lab. Instant and sorcery spells cost 1 less. Okay, that's good. To solve, you've cast 4 or more instant or sorcery spells this turn. Okay, that's a bit harder. And then once it's solved, whenever you cast instant or sorcery, draw a card. That's nice. Torch the Witness, Sam Collector, Orb, and Common. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, we got 8 commons here. Oh. So I guess the wild card became a common. One thing that it's still hard to find is list cards. So we only got 1 so far, and it's uncommon. And if you notice, we actually get less art cards because they're mixed around randomly with the tokens and the ads. So foil common or rare is Illicit Masquerade. Flash, when it enters the battlefield, put an imposter counter on each creature you control. Whenever a creature you control with an imposter counter that dies, exile it, return up to 1 target creature card from the graveyard to the battlefield. Not bad for recursion. Uncommon, Candlestick, Sumala Sentry, Case. And then we have commons. I think in terms of chase cards, Murders at Karlov Manor isn't that great. Makeshift Binding. Okay, we've got a foil showcase card. Enchantment, 3 mana. When it enters the battlefield, exile target creature and opponent controls until this leaves the battlefield, and you gain 2 life. So it's a nice removal. Rare is Blood Spatter Analysis. Enchantment enters the battlefield, deal 3 damage to target creature and opponent controls. That's good for only 2 mana. And then whenever one or more creatures die, including the opponents, mill a card and put a Bloodstain counter on this. Then sacrifice it once you have 5 counters, and then you can return target creature card from graveyard to your hand. Not bad. Ooh, second rare. Lush Portico. So this is a new cycle of lands where it enters the battlefield, you can surveil one, and it counts as a forest and plains. So essentially it's a better version of the Temple Scry lands. Uncommon, 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 and then commons. Doctor. Basic land. 4 uncommon. Oh. Mythic, finally. 3rd mythic off the box. What are we gonna get? 2/4 red white. Argus cost Spirit of Justice. 2/4 for 4 mana, double strike and vigilance, and when it enters the battlefield or attacks, choose up to 1 target creature. If it's suspected, exile it, otherwise suspected. Ooh, so you have a chance to of creature removal if it's suspected. And if it's not, you can always suspect it first and then, you know, remove it later. So not bad. Common, knife, coerce, kill, showcase. And then we have common cards. Due Vigilance, Murder is back. I wonder why they're making the packs more difficult. Land, maybe because they don't want people to open and then reseal it. Common. Rare. Tolsimir, Midnight's Light. So 3/2 for 5 mana of lifelink. When it enters the battlefield, create Voya, a 5/5 wolf with trample. And whenever a wolf attacks, if Tolsimir attack this combat, target creature and opponent controls blocks that wolf. Use. And 4 uncommons, and then 7 commons. This is probably still the best way to open these packs for now. Art card. Foil basic land. No, not foil, sorry. Basic land. Foil common. Rare is Ill-Time Explosion. 4 mana, draw 2 cards, sorcery. You discard 2 cards. When you do, this deals X damage to each creature where X is the greatest mana value. Not that great. But we got a second rare. This time is the green-black Surveil land. Underground Mortuary. Case of the Filch Falcon, uncommon. 3 uncommons. And then 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 commons. We have 1 showcase common. We haven't gotten a pack where we got more than 2 rares, so I guess the chances of going more than that is not that high. For Full Art Swamp. Foil rare, Audience with Trostani. So we opened this rare earlier, the non-foil version. I'm not too excited about this one, but it's our foil rare for the box. And our second rare is Case of the Crimson Pulse. When this enters, discard a card and draw 2 cards. That's good. To solve, you have no cards in hand. That's hard to do. Then solve at the beginning of your upkeep, discard a hand and draw 2 cards. Alright, that's great. Okay, so against 2 rares, Lightning Helix is being reprinted. It's like a lightning bolt with a gain life portion. So it's red, white, deal 3 damage and gain 3 life. But we've only got 1 Lightning Helix so far. Makeshift Binding again. Swamp. Oh, this card, Mistfield Plains. Finally, it's uncommon. Our second this card. Oh, enters the battlefield, tap. You can white and tap. Put target card from your graveyard at the bottom of your library. Only if you control 2 or more white permanents. Foil uncommon. Rare is Barb Servitor. 4 mana, 1/1 indestructible. It enters the battlefield suspected, which means it can't block. But when it deals combat damage to a player, you draw a card and you lose 1 life. Nice. When it's dealt damage, target opponent loses that much life. This is very similar to Toski. I think the black version of Toski. It's gonna be, I think, very useful in commander decks. Common, Capital Enforcer, and then we go to our common cards. Plains, foil uncommon again, rare. Archdruid's Charm, nice. I think this is a nice charm for green. Basically, it's green, green, green. You can choose one of these 3 options. Search your library for a creature or land. Put it on the battlefield if it's a land, otherwise put it to your hand. Or put a +1/+1 counter on target creature control, and then it will deal its power to another creature. Or you can exile target artifact or enchantment. So very useful, very versatile. I think this is going to see quite a lot of play. Commons. And then our common cards. So this is one of the interesting commons of this set, Slime Against Humanity. You create a 0/0 green ooze token. We put X +1/+1 counters on it, where X is 2 plus the total number of oozes called Slime Against Humanity that you own in graveyard or in exile. So a deck can have any number of cards, any number of slimes against humanity. So yeah, it's just going to get bigger and bigger as you cast more of this. So interesting card. It negates the 4 cards per deck rule. Right, for Mountain, for common, rare is Drag the Canal. Instant for blue-black, create a 2/2 token. If a creature died this turn, I gain 2 lives, surveil 2, then investigate. Oh, nice. White Case, Evidence Examiner, Lead Pipe, and a Cadaver. Token, Foil Island, like it. Mythic, Foil Mythic, Delny Streetwise Lookout. Wow, I didn't expect to see another foil rare in this box. Usually there's only 1 in each box, but yeah, this is our second one, and it's a mythic rare, and I think this is pretty good. This is a 3 mana 2/2 legendary creature, so it can be a commander, and it got all kind of passive abilities that's going to be good for you. Creatures you control with power 2 or less can't be blocked by creatures with power 3 or more. And if ability of your creature with power 2 or less triggers, it will trigger an additional time. Yeah, I think there's lots of applications for this. Wow. Nice foil mythic rare. This is good. Love it. And our rare is Ezrim, Agency Chief. 5 mana for 5/5 flying. When enters the battlefield, investigate twice. Great, you can sacrifice an artifact and pay 1 mana against your choice of Vigilance, Lifelink, or Hexproof until end of turn. I think this is going to be quite a bomb in draft if you open it in pre-release. And then our uncommons. Oh, look at this. Basher, 6 mana, 3/2, double strike trample with Disguise, 5 mana. So if you disguise it, you can put it down for 3 mana face down, and then for 5 mana you can bring it up and surprise your opponent with a double striking creature. Foil mythic rare. I'm still stoked with that. Oh, nice. Full art island. List card finally, but it's uncommon. Oh, Maverick Doctorus. This is not a good list card. Rare. Foil rare. Foil rare. A third foil rare. Double gang. For each of X target permanents, create X tokens that are copies. Except there's 3 X's in the casting cost. So if you want to copy one thing, you have to pay 5 mana. If you're gonna copy 2 things, you gotta pay 8 mana. Oh, that's expensive. And our regular rare is Kellen. Inquisitive Prodigy with Adventure on the side. Oh, Adventure is really popular these days. It's almost in many sets. Commons. Alright, Spider Token. Island? Another list card. Uncommon and Listed Worm. I've never seen this before. Oh, it's just a vanilla 6 mana 5/5 with Cascade. It's okay. Foil common. Rare case. Case of the Stash Skeleton. So this is the card that we spoiled earlier this month. Nice to see in person. And we got our uncommon Watchdog. Gorgon's Kiss case. Joan Smith. And then our commons. Okay, so I think we're down to our last 8 or so packs. Nice, getting more full art lands is great. For common mythic 6/6. I spoiled the surprise. Conspiracy Unraveler. 7 mana 6/6 flying. You may collect evidence 10 rather than pay the mana cost for spells that you cast. So it's a little bit like it's not omniscience for sure, but you can basically exile cards from your graveyard and rather than pay spells, pay mana. I don't know how good this is because evidence 10 is quite high. Our blue-white surveil land. And now commons. And a showcase card here, Neighborhood Guardian. This is like a file. It looks like a detective's file. And then we have our common cards. This common card is pretty good actually. 3 mana, sorcery. You can get opponent discard 2 cards, or you can choose 1 card from their hand to discard it. I think it's pretty good. Foil common. Rare is Homicide Detective. 2 mana, 2/2. Whenever 1 or more token creatures you control die, investigate. Triggers only once each turn. Alright, that makes it a lot less useful with that once a turn trigger. But I guess otherwise it's maybe too powerful. Soul Search. And that's it. This is another great common. 1 mana sorcery, and can choose any one of these. Either opponent sacrifice an artifact or enchantment, or sacrifice a creature with flying. What? Foil common. Rare is Coveted Falcon. 1/4 flying with 3 mana. When it attacks, gain control of target permanent you own but don't control. When Falcon is turned face up, target opponent gains control of any number of target permanents you control. Draw a card for each one they gain control of this way. So basically a card draw engine, but it's a bit harder to pull off. Oh, double rare. We've got the blue-red Surveil land. Common. Art card Swamp. For uncommon. Rare. Pyrotechnic Performer. 2 mana, 3/2 with Disguise. Whenever Performer or another creature control is turned face up, that creature deals damage equal to its power to each opponent. Oh, wow. This is going to be pretty good in pre-release, I think. If you're just going to build your deck with face down creatures. Because it will affect any creature that is turned face up, so including others as well. Push and pull. Misway Spy, Daily Complication, great. And then our common cards. Deduce, nice showcase. Art card, Plains, foil common. Mythic rare. Intrude on the Mind, 5 mana instant. Reveal the top 5 cards of your library. Separate them into 2 piles. Opponent chooses 1. Put that chosen one into your hand and the other into your graveyard. And then you can create a Doctor artifact with flying and put as many +1/+1 counters for each card put into your graveyard. Okay, so if they chose the pile with 2 cards and 3 cards go into your graveyard, then you get a 3/3 flying Doctor. And you still get, you know, the 2 cards from those top 5. I think it's got value. I don't know about being a mythic rare though. Commons. Cool. Mountain, foil common. Rare is Karlov's Visionary Inventor. Whoa, 7 mana, 4/4 Menace Ward, 2 haste. When attacked, sacrifice any number of other creatures. And exile top X cards to access total power of those creatures. You may cast any number of instant or sorceries without paying their mana costs. Kind of hard to do, I think. Mythic rare, Karlov's Volt Strider. I've not seen this before. 3 mana, 4/4 artifact vehicle. You can collect evidence 6. It becomes like an artifact creature, so there's an alternate crew cost. When it attacks, you may cast an instant sorcery spell from among cards exiled of it. Okay. I don't know about it being a mythic rare though. The mythic rares in this set seem kind of iffy. But not complaining about 2 rares in the pack for sure. Convenient target, nice showcase uncommon. And then we have common cards. Hey, look at that nice human token. So gentle and benign. For a land, for a common. Rare is Izoni, Center of the Web. Important character, 6 mana, 5/4 Menace. When it enters the battlefield or attacks, you may collect evidence 4. If you do, create 2 2/1 spiders with Menace and Reach. You can sacrifice 4 tokens, surveil 2, draw 2 cards, gain 2 life. Ooh, this is pretty good. Oh, nice, Lush Portico. This is a borderless surveil land. So getting 2 rares in this pack, and then we have our uncommons. Full art plains, love it. For our common. Mythic rare, alright. Just when we thought we're out of it. Oh, another 6/6. Oh, this gotta be Rakdos. Yeah, Patron of Chaos. 6 mana, 6/6 flying trample. The bidding of your end step. Target opponent may sacrifice 2 non-land, non-token permanents. If they don't, you draw 2 cards. It's decent. You know, I think likely you're going to draw 2 cards. So it's going to be good card draw for a black-red deck. Second rare, No Witness. Each player controls the most creatures it investigates, then destroy all creatures. It's a 4 mana board wipe, so actually it's pretty good. You know. And then we found common. Down to our last 5 packs. This is a pretty long video. Thanks for sticking around. It's the first time we're exploring play boosters, so we want to do it properly. Merfolk 1/1. Oh, whoa. Special guest. I forgot this is in the set. So special guest is like a new slot, I think, in Magic the Gathering. It's a bit similar to the list, so every set they're going to have different special guests. And in this case, we got Tireless Tracker. It's a reprint, obviously, and I think it's pretty useful. It's 3 mana, 3/2. It's a landfall, so whenever a land enters under your control, investigate, and whenever you sacrifice a clue, put a +1/+1 counter on Tracker. Nice, nice surprise. I totally forgot there's a special guest here. So at least we got to pull one from the box. And yeah, this is a nice one. We got a foil common. Now, rare is Doorkeeper Troll. I like this. It's flash, flying, and then artifacts and creatures enter the battlefield don't cost abilities to trigger. It's really a stacks card. Second rare, Outrageous Robbery. Instant. Target opponent exiles top X cards of the library face down. You may look and play any of those cards as long as you remain exiled. If you cast, you can spend any mana color. So you got to pay the X, but you can. The fact that you can cast any of them as long as you're exiled is great. Commons. Alright, we're in the home stretch here. This is really, I think, a value box. We got quite a lot of mythics, and we got a mythic rare, and we got a special guest. And now we've got a second Ezrim, this time in another showcase frame. And we got a whoa, Assassin's Trophy has been reprinted. I didn't know that. Whoa. Oh, this is a great reprint. Assassin's Trophy is instant for green and black and destroy any permanent. They do get a search for a basic land and put it in the battlefield, but I think that's like a small price to pay. Whoa, very nice to see this second rare in the pack. Then we have uncommons, and then the rest. Looks like the more we go underground into the underbelly of Crime City, we get better cards. Full art Swarm, foil common, rare, War Leader's Call. 3 mana, creatures you control get +1/+1. It's an enchantment. Whenever a creature enters the battlefield under your control, this deals 1 damage to each opponent. Oh, nice. This is so Boros. Lots of commons in this pack. Oh, so that's how you do the pull tab. Foil Island. Foil uncommon. Rare. Okay. Hide in Plain Sight. 4 mana sorcery, look at the top 5 cards of library, click 2 of them, put the rest at the bottom of the library in random order. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 commons in this. Whoa. Alright, our very last pack. First experience opening play boosters in Magic the Gathering history. So this is Murders at Karlov Manor. So we're gonna go last one a little bit more slowly again, and do a breakdown of the cards in the pack. So one slot is either a token card, art card, or ad. In this case, you get an art card, and then you get a basic land. It can be normal land or full art. In this case, you get a nice full art forest. And then we do get a foil card in every pack. We got uncommon, Case of the Filch Falcon. And now should be our rare for the pack. World Soul's Rage. Green, red, and X. Sorcery. Deals X damage to any target. Put up to X land cards from your hand or graveyard onto the battlefield tapped. Oh. It's pretty good. Alright. So normally we may get a chance to get a second rare, but not in this pack. Now we get 3 uncommons and maybe a 4th one. So we got 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then this should be our uncommons. So we will get at least 6 commons, maybe more. So we've got 7 here. All right. Okay, so that's it for our first ever Murders at Karlov Manor booster box. Let's just do a quick count of the number of rares or mythic rares we pulled from this box. 1, 2. Any guesses as to how many rares or mythic rares we pulled? Alright, so we actually pulled 51 rares or mythic rares, non-foil and foil, all here. So 51, that's pretty good average. I think an old set booster box would also pull a similar amount of rares or mythic rares. Definitely more than a draft booster box, because in the draft booster box, although you get 36 packs, but you usually only get 1 rare in each pack. So maybe 36 to 40 rares in the draft booster box. For set boosters, you get more chance of getting rares. I think 50 is a pretty standard number. So getting 51 here is pretty good. And in this box, we did manage to pull, if I'm not wrong, 3 foil rares or mythic rares. And this being the highlight, Delny Streetwise Lookout. This is probably going to see some play in Commander at least, so yeah, it's going to hold some value. And then we did have 1 special guest card, Tireless Tracker. We get a nice surprise. So even though we didn't pull any rares or mythic rares in the list, we did get this mythic Tireless Tracker. Very useful card. And as to how many mythics from this set that we pulled, let's do a count. 8. Oh wow, 8 mythic rares. I think that's pretty good. That's definitely more than the average, I believe. Well, some set booster boxes can go up to 9. I've seen before in other openings. Maybe 10, I don't know. But 8 is pretty good. Some of them I think are pretty strong. Okay, so thank you for watching this intro to play boosters as well as the box opening for Murders at Karlov Manor. Hope you enjoyed seeing all the openings of the booster packs and seeing what you can possibly get from these new play boosters. I think overall I was quite impressed with the number of cards that we pulled in terms of rares and mythic rares, and there's a good I guess selection of commons as well, which would be good for drafting, or you're just using a collection. We've got quite a lot of full art lands, foil cards, and some list cards as well. So this is, I think, a pretty successful box opening. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more, I hope you'll subscribe to us. It will really help us a lot. And we're doing a giveaway for these 2 mythic rare cards that we just opened, Kylox's Volt Strider and Rakdos Patron of Chaos. So all you gotta do is just subscribe and then leave a comment as to what you think are the best mythic rares in this set. So looking forward to seeing your replies. And don't forget to check out our website at tapandsac.com, where you can see more articles on Magic the Gathering. So for now, take care, and I'll see you at the next game.